Hello guys, Wahoo here, back with another video. This time around we are doing dragons and more dragons and more dragons. I'm basically categorizing or guiding you through every single dragon there is in Trove. So if you watched this video or if you watched one of these videos before, the intro is going to be the same for each and every single video. I'm going to use the same one for each one so I can explain to the people that do click a random one and not just the first one that you know, this is the same, and kind of explaining how it goes. So if you've seen this intro, you can click ahead. In the description there is links to a bunch of stuff, but also to timestamps so you can get to whatever dragon you are looking for if you just want to skip ahead. But if you haven't watched this intro, I suggest you do so. There's not going to be a lot of talking or a lot of entering into this, but there is a little bit explaining why I didn't put all the dragons into the same video. It's because that over time Trove introduces new dragons, and those dragons, if I make one big video, I can't put all those, so I have to make a different one. So I decided that I wanted to do at least 3 dragons in a video, maybe more, up to like 7 or something, like some that made sense to put together. So some of the videos are a little bit longer than others, some are a little bit shorter, but they are categorizing all of them. So when they introduce new dragons, as they did not too recently, they introduced 3 new dragons. Those 3 new dragons, you know, is just gonna end up in the playlist that is on the channel. So it's just, you know, go through all of them as it is. It is says in the title which ones is what, and also in the description, of course, so you can kind of figure out which dragons you are looking for. So that's basically the intro, so there's not really much more to say. That was just explaining why I did it like I did it, and not in one big video, as that there's a lot of dragons out there. And yeah, so that was the intro. Now we can start going into the dragons. Enjoy. Alright, so here we got the dragon Blocktron, and this is purchased through the Traveling Merchant. And if you are part of a club, for example Club Wahoo, you are welcome to join if you want to. Just join our Discord in the description. You can go in here and you can see the fixture is called here the Traveling Merchant, and it can only be bought if the club has this one. Many other clubs has it, for example La Lazaria, for example. This is a high-end club, do also have it, but not everybody has it. But Club Wahoo has it, and it's very easy to join. All you have to do is just be a nice person and you can join Club Wahoo as well, and you can go and buy these here. I'm pretty sure you can also buy them by not being part of the club, but I'm not 100% sure about that, because I've always been I bought these through Club Wahoo myself, so I haven't gone around trying to test that out. But you can welcome to join, so, and or one of the other ones that or if you are part of a club that can do so. I want to show the inventory right here of the guy, what they cost, and then you have to buy 5 of these and then go to the Dragon Crucible and buy your or not buy, sorry, craft your Blocktron. So first you need 300 dragon coins, you need 25,000 flux, you need 10,000 yellow blocks, 10,000 orange blocks, and 10,000 purple blocks. These you can farm yourself, but you can also buy them off the marketplace if you want to do so. And that's, like I said, you need the Blocktron fragments, and you need 5 of them to craft this. And as you can see here, tier 3 Traveling Merchant. So it has to be a tier 3 though. I thought that was pretty obvious. Usually everybody upgraded to tier 3, so yeah, I assumed you people had it like that. But yeah, that's all you have to do. Be part of a club, get yourself some aventurine to buy yourself the Blocktron fragments, and you get that through doing quests, of course, in any club and any thing basically, or you can also get it through doing quests out in the world. So aventurine farming until you got enough to buy the fragments, and then you got your 5 fragments, you go to the Dragon Crucible and craft yourself a Blocktron dragon. So that's it, farm your aventurine and get yourself a dragon. Alright, we got another club mount, or another dragon here with the club, and all you have to do is be part of a club that has a Traveling Merchant level 3. If you saw the last fragment, it's the last segment, sorry, about the other dragon, the Blocktron, it's basically the same thing. You have to have a level 3 Traveling Merchant, and it's only some clubs that have it. We have it in Club Wahoo, so if you want to join, all you have to do is go to the description and join it. I'm not sure you can buy the fragment if you're not part of the club, but you can always try that out. It's going to be grayed out. I'm going to show you guys a picture Let me show you a picture right here where you guys can see they sell, what they cost. Each fragment, you need 5 of them to do so, but you can be part of Club Wahoo or some other clubs, you sure, but this one doesn't require anything other than to ask, and you can join. And of course you just have to be a nice person to join Club Wahoo, which is our community club. And you can go buy yourself these when you have farmed the aventurine that you need to. So aventurine, you obtain that through doing quests in Club Wahoo or some other clubs. You can decide basically which ones you want, doesn't matter. You can farm it also in the worlds themselves. You know, if you go to a U9 world, for example, there should be an NPC that can do a quest like something in a biome or something like that, and that's going to also award you aventurine. So that's a very easy way to obtain aventurine. So when you've done that, you can go back to the Dragon Crucible. When you have your 5 fragments, you go down to fragments and you get it right here. So you need 300 dragon coins, 25,000 flux, and primordial flames. These can be bought off the marketplace if you want to do so, or you can go to Dragonfire Peaks. It doesn't have to be a U5, it can be any Dragonfire Peaks, and there should be a significant amount of primordial flames just around. You either mine it with your laser or bomb it with some bombs, and of course you get extra on a Tuesday if that's what you're interested. So next you want some meteorite fragments. These only drop in the Jurassic jungle. You can see, if you see really closely on this picture, it kind of has this canopy above it. So some zones has this roof on it, some don't. There's like 2 different versions. The one with the roof on it has more of these fragments on top of it. So if you go on top, you run around, there should be a few of them, but you can also buy them off the marketplace. They are kind of rare and there's not a lot of them, so you do need 115, which is not too many, but you can see I only have 75. Not that I've been farming them or anything like that, but I don't get a lot of them out there anyways. Golden souls, you can get these off the marketplace as well if you want to, or you can get them in most biomes, as it says right there. They're usually clumped up with other ore, like the purple ore, the yellow ore, or the blue ore. Usually it's around there, but you can find them also separate in other places. I would suggest you go to Candoria. That is where there's most exposed of these ores, and you usually find a good amount of golden souls. Also, of course, Tuesdays works as well with this to get extra souls, but you can also just go to the marketplace and buy if you need them there. And then, of course, you need your 5 fragments from the Traveler Merchant, and you can then get yourself another, I guess, Aventurine Club Dragon if you want to do so. So now, that was it, and we can go move on to the next one. So here we got the Starfire Dragon, one of the rarest dragons there is in the game, because fragments only drop off elite enemies. And elite enemies are basically bosses. When you go and hover over the fragment, it says world bosses, which means it's not really bosses, the mini bosses that you find out in the world outside dungeons and stuff, like random placed and stuff like that. World bosses are elite monsters. That is technically delve bosses, so very hard bosses in the delve, but it can drop from any level on the delve. It's very rare, but you can get it from any level there is. And when it means very hard, of course, it depends on where level you are, and it's not the harder it gets, you know, the better chance there is one to drop. That's not it, but that is how it is basically described. So just through the delves is the best explanation to how you're going to get this fragments for this dragon. So when you get yourself 100 fragments, you can go back to the fragments dragon. You can go down to here and you get yourself 300 dragon coins, 25,000 flux, and meteorite fragments. These can be obtained through the marketplace, but if you choose to farm them, you should go to the Jurassic jungle. Doesn't have to be U4, it can be anywhere there is a biome with a little dino foot on it, and it's light green. So you want to go to an area that looks kind of like this on the picture right here. It's the canopy section of it. There is a biome where there's no roof on it, and then there's one with a roof on it. And you go on top of the roof, and there's meteor fragments spawning there. They are very rare, so you won't find a whole bunch of them, but they are going to be up there if you want to farm them yourself. Back to the dragon is that we also need some Fey Dust. And Fey Dust, of course, drop from any enemy in the Fey Wilds or the Fey Forest. As you can see here, Fey Forest is right here. This is where there's most of it, but you can find Fey Forest all over the place in the regular worlds here. And you just kill enemies in there if you want to obtain some of these. So it's really random how many you're gonna get. There's no really a specific farming method to getting yourself some Fey Dust. But you can of course also obtain this on the marketplace if you choose to do so. Somber Souls also obtainable on the marketplace if you choose to do so, but these only spawn in the Cursed Valley, and they're not really specific to any other ore like Golden Souls are. These are just all random in the place. They are not quite as rare as meteorites, but they are kind of rare as well. There's not a bunch of them, and well, you only need 30 of them for this dragon, so it's not going to take you very long. But again, you can obtain it on the marketplace if you choose to do so. And then, of course, you need yourself the 100 Starfire fragments. And as you can see, obtained rarely from world bosses, and that means elite bosses, which is in the Delve, and that's a bigger chance you are gonna get it. I think there's a very, very small chance for some bosses out in the world, but I wouldn't recommend you guys going out and farming that just for these, because these are really rare. They're even rare in the Delve, so there's not really a farming methods to get these. These are all just random when you are going to get them. So very rare dragon, but very, very pretty indeed. So this was the Starfire dragon, and this was all for this one.